Welcome back to Neb's podcast with the host obviously Carlos Alito. I'm his brother. Y'all gonna get used to hearing my voice.
It's
Different
funny.
tone.
Okay, why you don't got your camera on today? That's bad funny.
Oh, I don't know. I just since I'm in a place that's dark, I thought that it wouldn't be it would be purposeless to just like turn it on.
Oh, because they wouldn't be able to see you in general.
Yeah, correct.
I mean, aren't you like,
And
aren't
that
you
that
like
way
in
I
a
keep
car?
that way I keep my mystique.
Are you like in a car? Like,
Of course, I'm in a car. I'll do whatever it takes, boy.
boy, like, aren't you like cold? Because is the car on?
The car is on, yeah. But you know when you first turn the car on and it takes like at least 7, 8 minutes for the shit to get to the right temperature.
Oh
So
yeah.
right now, yeah, it's brick in here.
Oh no, I was just gonna say like, it's not supposed to be dark if you like, turn the light that is like on top or some shit. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, nah, it's good. I mean, do you prefer for me to have the camera on or can I just talk my shit?
I mean, nah, you could talk your shit. It's just, like I said, eventually people would know
Now,
that.
eventually, I'll have a space designated for when you're like, yo, we're gonna go live today, and then I'll have my cool. It's not gonna be as cool as yours, but it's gonna be a little space where, I could talk. We could talk. I could talk my shit. But for now, I have that little space. It just happened to be in my car.
And there's nothing wrong with that because at the end of the day, it's night. Nah.
Oh, no, there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, what's the word? We don't really have a subject. Well, at least you think we don't have a subject, but I do have a hidden subject.
Go ahead.
This for this for people that are gonna watch this and then they're gonna hit you up. They're gonna hit you back up with their little personal opinion. Not saying that it doesn't matter, but to be honest, what's gonna be said is gonna be said. Now, for people that are gonna view this and that are gonna hit up Lito and hit him up with the questions or feedback for his podcast, listen up to this one. Would y'all be bothered if Carlos once made a podcast just talking by himself, or does he have to have a constant like? Does he have to always have a guest on it? He can't just be talking his shit by himself. This is a genuine question since we're doing this. We're kind of starting off doing this, and we want to know what the people think. If it's more boring, if Carlito talks too much shit when he's by himself and put people to sleep, or what is it? You know what I mean? Uh, I don't know how this works, but follow, subscribe, whatever the fuck you do, and let Carlos know. And let Carlos know what it is. Like, yo, nah, bruh. When you talk by yourself, you sound like Romeo Santo. We're not trying to hear that shit. But if not, like, you talk that sexy shit. Just before you go, Carlos, always be like, aventura. Whatever it is, just feedback.
I mean, the question was good. I personally feel that I could do like the video by myself, like the podcast, just instead of having me and my brother right here, like by myself, just talking about life, how I feel about journalism. The only reason why I wanted to do podcasts is to open people's mind of like different point of view about certain things because I can say how I feel about a lot of stuff, but at the moment I'm not being in contact with ideas or questions or things that people might ask, and then by the time they do ask, I mean, if I had enough people to actually questions and not be shy and like just be like, oh, can I join, or can just write the questions and I will answer them while I'm like live. But the whole purpose of me wanting to start a podcast is just that I wanted to see my idea with somebody else's idea within the same universe. As like me and you could have different experience of how to work somewhere like in a bank or etc. But do we have the same idea of being on the same field? Or what if we're not in the same field? What do you think about my job? What I think about yours? Or in general, like life, like what do you consider life? Are you scared of certain things that I'm not scared? Or do you want to open people's mind when it comes to certain
Nah,
things?
yo,
But
let's go. Let's do this. since I like something you said, I'm gonna just piggyback off that, and we go from there. For example, what is life? Life is a process that comes and goes. Some people like to use that terminology. It has its highs and lows. Like, all right, bro, whatever, right? I'm gonna tell you
I
like
mean,
this, bro. Life
uh,
is just a nice collection of. And when I say nice, I don't mean necessarily like politely nice, like hi, how you doing every day. I mean like nice in the sense of the collection itself. Like when you have a nice sneaker collection. Not necessarily I'm saying your sneaker collection is the most expensive, but it's nice. So, with that being said, what is life? Life is a nice collection of moments that you like and don't like.
but
It's
you
like
know,
it's just like America's most funny videos, except like the videos are your life, whether you were embarrassed or whether you came on top in every moment. But that's what really life is, bro.
I
People gotta
mean,
stop fucking.
I
Go
have
ahead.
learned the other day about some ways of how to identify life as like people just think that the life is like a goal. Like we're living so fast when it comes to life itself of like thinking it's somewhere to go. Like if you're in a race, your goal is to get to the finish line, right? But
Yeah,
people focus so much on getting to the finish line, which is death, that they forget to live while they're running or changing like the NASCAR, like the wheels and stuff. And once you get there, that's it. Like the whole purpose of living is to die, but people don't appreciate that they're alive at the moment. And it's like I was watching a YouTube video of a wise man. I always forget his name. That he said that people will get on a highway without thinking about it and rush to the destination and get out like nothing happens. But will you do the same thing if you get blinded? Like I could tell you from your car, you could go back to exactly where your bathroom is without a problem. You will go looking at your phone and not pay attention to anything. Get through the stairs, get through the door, get to the bathroom, everything. But will you do the same thing if, for example, you just turn blind, like God takes your ability to see? Will you think every single step getting there, or will you panic first? Like
I got the answer for you.
you will, you will be like, mierda.
Nah, nah, nah. I got a good answer. Not the perfect.
Hello, Steph.
I got a good
Welcome.
answer. Hi, Steph. I don't know. I can't see. I can't. I don't know who it is. But hello, Steph. Thank you for tuning in.
She's a
Uh,
beautiful human. She's a beautiful human. Beautiful.
I was just about to say you the man, but thank God you the girl.
No, like Steph, like Stephanie, like Steph, not Steph. Oh yeah, I see what you can see that. Anyways, tell me.
Oh, you already know you're gonna have to bear with me because you know I'm on that gas. So you gonna have to.
No,
What was we talking about?
I'm talking about like life and the goal, like getting to the
Yo, you know what's crazy? I had a beautiful point, but forgot.
That's what you just gotta say. I mean, I kind of threw you off when I said Steph or whatever,
I had to shout
but
out Steph though.
oh, yours. I mean, yeah. I don't know what to say. She's
Oh,
like the
you
first person
said
that replies back.
got you, bro. You said you were talking about this analogy from some gentleman that you heard on YouTube or whatever, wherever, where he was like, "What would you do, or how would you look?" Which is crazy. The irony is crazy. How would you look at things if you were blind? Which is that shit is crazy off the bat.
Oh no, yeah. I mean that is crazy, but I'm
Yeah,
just
but
saying
just
like how.
basically, homie was like,
Yo, I didn't even think of it.
homie was basically like, "Yo, how would you look at life if you was blind?" Like, all right,
No,
but
that
just
is. He was
right off
like,
the bat,
okay, without that.
I was telling you right off the bat. I was saying, "Yo, I got a good answer, not the perfect one, but a good one." So just right off the bat, let's just make this clear. I'm not blind, right?
Of course not.
Not at this very moment, right? So I wouldn't be able to, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be able to answer that. we gotta start as a society, bro. Like in the world, we gotta start asking more specific questions. We have to normalize being specific, like a child. For example, me sitting there, and this man is talking to 10,000 people, including me, and he's like, "How would you appreciate life if you were blind or whatever?" But you're talking to 10,000 people in the most utter disrespect because, first of all, we weren't prepared for this. We came here, we see well, and we weren't prepared to answer, a question that was destined for somebody that can't see. So right there, you disrespected me, right? Right off the
De que de una
right,
vez.
you disrespected me. So the answer to that is, bro, you got to speak to the right crowd. You got to speak to a whole bunch of people that are obviously blind. And then how do you get the answer to your question? You compare what you just saw that I did, that I got on the highway. I didn't pay attention to anything. I was on the phone the whole time. And, all you got to do now is observe how Julio, does his day. Does he hop on the highway being blind and doesn't look at anything? Of course.
No, but I'm saying like,
you don't see me holding that against him, right?
no,
He's blind.
because the thing is like her perspective, his perspective of life is that people focus so much of the end that they don't realize that they're living. Like he was asked, for example, what is your purpose for you not to go to the void? Like for you to feel like you're stuck, for you to feel that you've been messing up. Like how do you keep yourself motivated to always be good? And he said, the fact that I'm alive, like the fact that I live, like the door that closes for me to be alive is death. So as long as my body is working, the fact that I understand that the mind is really powerful, for me to understand that, I just live till I die. Like he was asked too, as like, how is your purpose how are you gonna touch other people? And he's like, my reasoning is not to touch other people. My reasoning is to guide certain people that if they want the solution, I'm here to tell them something, but not to tell them what to do. Like you have to discover that on your own. So, it just complicated,
right.
but yeah. You good? You muted.
I'm
Oh,
having some
some
technical
coughing.
difficulties.
Nah, this is funny. But
Nah, but I'm back in the game, bro. I'm right here. My bad.
yeah, but I truly feel that, like you said, just to piggyback on the fact that we need to ask certain questions, it's like we need to stop assuming that we know. Like we don't know anything. Nothing. It's 100% right. Nothing is 100% wrong. But we assume stuff. One thing that I learned about that gentleman that man that was talking is that we assume so much and we tend to just draw conclusions of like, oh yeah, I believe in this, and then it closes the mind of what else can you believe on. So just because you believe in God, you don't believe in certain other stuff because that's on you believe, but you or yourself don't understand it. Nobody understands it. You might have a feeling and you do believe in God, but like it's not 100% correct only for your life because you feel it. But those people that don't believe in God tend to hurt themselves a little bit more because it's like, oh yeah, you put all the faith in God. I don't. But you shouldn't see it that way because just because it's not your own belief, that doesn't mean that.
Now that because I know some people like to shy away from this subject.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not talking about religion in general. I'm saying something that a lot of people could relate because religion it is taught since you're a kid or not. Like everybody knows what's God. Like everybody know, even if you choose not to follow it or follow it, everybody knows what's God. So there's a theory that you create through your mind to agree that if it's good for you or not. So it's not like, I'm not going to talk about some technology that nobody knows, but God is like well known. It's like we create a theory of life itself that we settled for that, when that is only one theory that been passed through humans. Like we don't know what the universe has. We don't know what the ocean has. Like we create our own picture through little information when it hasn't been 100% confirmed. Instead of just having an open mind that God exists because of this, the universe exists because of this, instead of painting a picture that suits your universe, just live open-minded with everything. Accept everything and everything. Accept that you're nothing, but at the same time, you're everything, because your brain is so powerful that it can convince you that everything exists.
See, that's like an example. Like I was gonna say, there's only one more thing that's more powerful than believing in any god or any religion, and that is the action of believing in itself. So
Exactly.
the the religion, the gods, the books can all be there if you don't believe any of it. Because remember, depending on where you're from, where you come from, you have a different belief. But in the end, you're believing, and that's what matters. You ever seen these Christmas movies where if people don't believe in Christmas enough, like the whole spirit of Christmas dies and everything stops? Not
Yeah.
everything like life, if not
Like
like
Christmas
everything related
itself.
to the Christmas, yeah, like Christmas spirit and all that. That's the same way with this, with
Diablo,
religion,
that
with
shit scared the
believing.
shit out of me. Dylan, thanks
That's
for
the same.
following. Even though I could have sworn you already followed me. Question mark. But yeah, like that movie, which one was it? Is it the Santa Claus one or the so many Christmas movies I have watched as a kid that is crazy.
An example that I use, but I'm not gonna let that get us off track. And the fact that I have a crazy cough that I'm holding back, I can't control right now. But these words that I got for you are the world's gonna hear it, my nigga, because I'm not gonna let this little cough hold me back. So what I was saying was that, hold on,
What you're
the
saying is
only
that
the only thing stronger than believing in God in any religion, the believing in any God, religion, or books or theory, is the action of believing itself. Just the action of believing, of trusting something where you're at that point. It could be in any point of life, but whatever that point is for you at that moment, you feel like you don't have any control of it. You can't do nothing but just leave it up to something that you don't know if exists. You've never seen it. You've seen decent actions of, and people say and claim it comes from there, but you've never seen the actual divine force, the physical thing of it. The physical aspect is all in feeling, right? And trusting and believing. That's where faith comes from. That's what faith is. When you have faith,
but you know, it could be used with multiple like category of ideas. Like when you limit yourself of not liking something, when you decide that you don't want something, when you dislike a coworker compared to the other one just because this person talks a lot, instead of opening up your brain as like this person has been through something that still hasn't made him unlock his brain to know better, and knowing that his negativity or toxic can affect others like me, you're putting yourself in a void of stopping information to come to you. As like you eventually will give out to death, right? Because living is not forever. But you're helping death get closer to you by avoiding stuff that is not harmful, but you're mentally avoiding accepting stuff just because you come with a conclusion that this is not for me. I'm not gonna put my attention to this person because I don't like them. Like, yes, there is a limitation on how much you offer yourself to the world, but you need to understand that the more you limit yourself and cut connection to certain people or food or actions, it is limiting yourself to just be as it is, exist with the world, coexist with anything. As like you're not letting yourself be alive because you avoid certain things the wrong way. Like, if you don't like somebody, it's cool that you don't like somebody, but putting that into your brain messes up the entire or like, energy. What?
The word you're looking for is aura.
Yeah, the aura. So what I understood from this guy, and it really amazed me, is that whenever you're happy, your brain sends a signal to your entire body that you could take over the world. In that moment, you're like, oh my God, like, you remember that time me and you and Maleni and the kids were bowling? And Maleni made that goal in like not goal, like strike. And she jumped, and you was like, I've never seen Maleni jump like her 2 feet out the goddamn ground.
Yep.
That is the same feeling that it happens when you tell your brain you're sad or you're miserable or you cannot do stuff because you're upset. You're blocking your body for being the max it could be because your brain is controlling it in a way that you can understand. Because I don't even know my own body. I don't even know how can I speak in a certain ways that it sounds differently from you. There's other humans that have told me because of this and vocal stuff, but we don't know anything 100%. But we do know that whatever you put in your brain is what creates a path for you to manifest whatever you have to manifest in your future. As like the same way that you tell your body, I'm happy because I'm going to get this item. And it's like, oh my God, I could do everything. Every energy of your body, you could jump, you could get excited. But then the same way it goes by being negative. Like, I can't do this. I cannot take this family no more, or I cannot take this life. And your body gonna fear doing better because you're really telling it it's impossible to do better. Because in my brain, the main source of the body is telling me we're not doing this. We're like sad right now. We all gonna turn down. Like, this negative energy is gonna get spread.
Yep. You make yourself sick, bro.
So exactly. So the most powerful shit in this, I don't give a fuck about gods and power and guns. The most powerful shit is the brain. And it turned out to be that even though right now, at the moment, you could feel your fingers, you could appreciate that I could feel my headphones, I could drink water. It could mess me up within seconds. I could think about something of my past, of something that already happened. That has nothing, it has no control of my future.
And you have no control over anything. You can't do nothing.
Exactly. I can do nothing about it. It's like you seen a movie and it goes away, and then I put it on my brain and it affects my brain, then it makes my whole body. It's like right now I should be appreciating that I have a nice room, a nice everything. But the thought of the past,
out of 10, you're the only person that remembers that moment.
exactly. And then you're worrying that my clothes is ugly, but you are judging your own clothes. You're basically starting a little bridge that messes up your whole mood because you are creating scenarios that is messing your present. The present of just living at the moment, to appreciate the fact that you probably prayed for all of this and you finally got it, and you're like, damn, something about the past. Like, I wish I could have done it with my cousin, or I wish I didn't have a past like this. There has nothing in control with you. Like right now, if you knock me out, and I wake up in a hospital and I have no idea of my past, not my name. You just tell me, yo, I'm your brother. I'm going to take you to your house. Bear with me. And I come in here and I still got that good feeling about loving technology, but I don't know why. This is going to be God for me. This is going to be a kingdom. I'm like, I built this. This is fucking crazy. But then we still decide to be like, create something that messes it up, like Art Pass. Or going on social media and be like, damn, this guy somehow has a new watch or has a new car. It's not what you drive, it's not what you wear. It's what you think of what that person is doing. You're messing up your whole life because
Securities, bro. It's called security.
insecurities, literally, it's getting to the point that you are the issue of why you cannot be the best of yourself. Like, it is impossible for you to change somebody that doesn't know he needs to change, because he is his own reason why mentally he is stuck in the same place. You could have it all, you could have a castle and everything, but if you don't know that you have to fix this first, you can't fix everything else. You can't control your past. You can't control your future. You can enjoy the right now, but you won't be able to control it right now if you don't accept yourself. If you don't come one with the moment, with yourself. Not, oh my God, live the moment, enjoy this fucking rain. No, yourself. Like, come to your own senses. Enjoy the right now. Like, the brain is so powerful, it is a scary thing. And knowledge, people say, oh, knowledge is a curse. No, it's what you decide to do with the knowledge that curses you yourself. Because you can either be like, oh my God, this cup is so fire, and be like, huh?
You ever heard of the invisible bully?
No. Oh, no.
You never heard
Wait.
of the invisible bully?
Is that going to be like a joke because I never seen him? It's like,
No.
oh, okay. No, because you know, people be like,
everybody has an invisible bully, bro.
But yeah, technically,
The invisible bully is that voice in your head just holding you back from maybe making a mistake that's gonna lead you to the thing, whatever the thing is. But that bully's gonna make sure that shit can set you back years or a lifetime. That shit'll have you on your deathbed like, see, bitch, you never went for it. Now die. That shit'll choke you, put you to sleep, and kill you, nigga. That
and
shit is called the invisible bully.
and that is powerful because I never heard that one before, and it kind of makes sense.
So I'm saying the invisible bully, that's what I call it.
And I understand sometimes, like, trauma is needed for you to know when to move up, but you also need to understand when the trauma came from and how can it help you be better. Because even though, like, for example, people get traumatized that I've been bullied. Yes, are you going to say it for the rest of your life until you die? Like, are you not going to acknowledge that bullying got you to have more common sense and got to the point that you wasn't awake to defend yourself or see certain things because you was an airhead or something? Now, that information, when you find what did it help you to acknowledge, use it, and then move on. Like, not move on as like, don't think about it no more. Like, use the power of what you have learned to keep moving, but don't let it affect you. As you cannot always be the same person. And if you are, you cannot expect people to stay being the same person when you are.
No,
As
no,
for
no, no.
example,
Listen, you can be the same person forever. I'm just not trying to hear you complain about that shit, bro.
yeah, but it's not about the
You can be
complaining.
the same
Exactly.
person. You can be the same person. You could, nigga, yo, bro. You could do whatever you feel like doing. I just don't like hearing motherfuckers complain. Complaining and venting are two different things. Don't get it fucked up. You got your
Yeah.
people, you got your person, your places when you vent. Because venting is nothing but talking. And if it shows that you're venting, and if it so happens that you're venting, and through that conversation, you get too emotional that you might shed a tear, then that's just called healing, right? That's cool. But complaining, son, complaining comes with this extra baggage of negative shit, of unnecessary just uh bácame la yema, chupa, ¿sabes? Matícame los granos, like
Hey, yo.
on some like, know what I mean, bro? Like just pull on my dick, you know what I mean, bop my balls type shit, no homo, no homo.
Hey,
But
yo.
what I'm saying is like on some bullshit, like that's what that is. Complaining is like some like I said, complaining is like some other negative. It comes with all this other negative baggage, bro. And it's more than just venting. ¿Tú me entiendes?
Yeah. And then again,
Because venting is you trying to tell somebody how you feel, and maybe that person might relate, or somebody else around when you venting, somebody might relate. But complaining, bro. Of course, people are gonna relate if you complain. If there's other people there that are complainers too, but I try to stay away from complaining people. People
I
that
mean,
complain a lot stress me out.
but this is what I'm trying to make people understand when it comes to complaining. It's a way to let it out regardless. But you need to understand why people don't want that in their life. So let's put an example so people can understand like the way that we feel. And it's simple enough to know that if you marry somebody, like you marry Maleni, and Maleni for some reason always like does something that nobody likes, including you. And for some reason, you decide to leave her and she goes to therapy, and the therapy guy tells her, but what do you do wrong? No, I do this, and that, and that. Okay, it doesn't seem nothing wrong. Why he doesn't like? Oh, he doesn't like that I put my shoes that are too dirty. Or for some reason, like the way I brush my teeth. And he tells her, but have you tried to change that to like avoid or get in a way that only when he's around you don't get him mad? And she says, no, because that's how I am and that's how I'm always gonna be. I feel that complaining about you wanting to leave and always saying stick with the I'm this person, I'm never gonna change, or that's the way I am. It is wrong because even though you're not complaining, it is kind of the same thing as not changing. Like they both have the same goal. That's like you're not changing in a world that everything and everyone, and the more older you get, the more you always gonna try to adapt up to a new thing. Because we all,
I don't care what scenario you try to put it in or how you
yeah,
try to word it. Complaining is complaining. And if you
correct.
complain, get the fuck up off over. Like, don't
But
be sitting next to me. I'm not trying to hear that shit. I'm not trying to hear like, not even the first word. And some people might hear this and be like, wow, he's upset. Bro, I'm honestly not upset. I'm just being like as transparent and honest and loud as I can be. If you's a complaining ass mother, don't be trying to talk to me about nothing. if you want to vent, there's a time and a place to, you know me, bro. I'll listen. I'm not gonna listen to no motherfucking complaints though. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll listen like you trying to say something and hear something back or not hear nothing back. That's cool. I'm be that as long as you're not complaining. Don't be over here complaining about shit. I'm not trying to hear that shit. You know what's okay? It's okay to complain to your mother. That's how I feel.
Why?
The
Because she
only
was the one
person
that gave you birth.
because bro, she can't let that go. She'll forever be your mother. Like you know what I mean? If you're not gonna do nothing, do this. Just hear me complain. Alright, so go complain to your mother, bro, but don't complain to me, bro. Just don't come around me with
Oh,
that.
I get it. It's like she doesn't have an option to, like, she's always gonna be your mom. Or the same thing as for a dad too. Like they're always gonna be your parents. Like I could be your friend, but like I don't have to be here. Like why are you always complaining to me type shit?
Notice how I say your mother and not your father, right? Because ain't none of my kids about to step up to me and complain, bro. I don't got the time for that shit. I don't give a
Mom
fuck.
is say, yo, what?
I don't
Get the
care
hell
who you
out of
are
here.
or where you come, bro. I'm not here for that. For that, I bet there are people that are here to hear your complaints and actually address them the right way. I'm just not that person. If you're complaining too much about some shit, like you said, some people complain till they can't complain no more, but they stay in the same situation and it's and it's always up to them. That's when the invisible bully comes in, bro. The invisible bully comes in and you sit there, you complain and you doubt and you just, you know what I mean, waste the time and the opportunities. And it's all you, it's always been you. And once you realize that shit kicks in, that's why people be like, mira gente. Some people be like, look at this. This lady left this man and now, mira, fue, she got her body done. She did this. Bro, probably that lady just snapped into it and said, what? Just snapped it like, I'm the one stopping me.
Yo,
You know what I mean? Ain't
literally.
nobody. Or it could happen vice versa. A man could be like, fuck, then I'm what? No. This shit gotta stop now. And probably gets remarried or divorced. Y le va bien. And people be like, esa mujer. Nah, bro, it was him the whole time. He held himself back. Y cuando mira a ver, he was holding that lady back too. Or vice versa. You know, if it's a girl, that lady was probably holding, you know, people blossom and shit. But like I said, complaining. Back to the subject, complaining. You know, I'm not here for that. Not for that complaining. But now, let's do this, bro.
Uh-huh. Yo.
No, I'm about to say right now.
Oh. Oh, y tú te fuiste de boca, fue ya, dije se fue de boca.
When is it okay to wear slippers with no socks?
What? Slipper with no socks? I mean, it depends because in the summer, don't you get like sweaty down there? Like,
You feel that motherfuckers that wear socks with their slippers all the time, they really be on that hood shit or they just mad insecure?
I mean, it's the same term as like being insecure, right? Like, at what point, what is it that you are afraid to show? Like, yes, you might have some crazy toes. Let's keep with the socks on, right? You might get some crazy toes that you're
Yo,
like,
I ain't gonna lie. I
what?
know, I like growing up. All right, this is gonna get crazy. He's my nigga and I love him, but you know where I'm going with this. And he know I respect him, I love him to death, but the truth will set you free. And it's not my fault. I didn't make him like this. Listen to this, bro. Growing up, I used to notice that whenever I saw a female with like weird feet, that would be like a little turn off for me. I'm not into all that feet shit. I'm just saying the same way you look at a girl and, you know, she cockeyed or like, or whatever defects you're into that you're like, oh, no, I don't do those. Like, like the short hair women. What I just used to notice that
Nah,
if
short hair
seriously,
women, you go crazy.
if they, no, I'm not saying that was one for me. I'm just saying I was naming different examples.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But for me in particular, it's the toes. Like if you got weird looking toes in general or feet, that's kind of a turn off. Like, right? We'll save that for another show. But hold on, phone about to die.
Oh, I'm gonna have to end this soon.
Nah. So I noticed that. So, but I did experience people with weird, all types of feet. Like you look at people's feet and be like, oh look, his feet are different. Or I remember like my daughters growing up, Jolene would say, "Papi, look, my fingers look like your fingers, and Charlene's fingers look like mommy's fingers." And I remember me acknowledging that too, like, yo, my fingers and my toes look like Papi's toes. And then me seeing Calvelin, our sister, I'd be like, Calvelin look like mommy, even down to her toes. It was just funny, you know what I mean? Like, cool. But bro, nothing could have prepared me worse. I mean, nothing could have prepared me most or better for the situation I ran into already being an adult over somebody else's feet, bro.
And
So Marlene tells me, where you going? And I'm like, yo, what's up? She goes, oh, where you going? Because you're leaving. You guys you traveling soon, so I know you're gonna go buy clothes, and I need to go to the mall anyways. Can I tag along? And I'm like, yeah, fuck it. She goes, who's going with you? I'm like, shut up, hop in the car. And we go pick up my man Chris.
nah,
We go to Bay Plaza, bro. We go to Bay Plaza, and we're there, and like, we're like 2 days out from going to Miami, right? Obviously, we was going all together. You went with us. We all did, right?
yeah,
We in Bay Plaza, and Maleni goes, yo, y'all leave like in 2 days, 3 days, and y'all working shit. Y'all got the time right now. Y'all mean to tell me y'all going to Miami? Y'all not even gonna do y'all toes? Y'all gonna be on the beach, like with your toes not done and your fingers, like your nails looking crazy? Never that. So I'm like, nah, what's up? She goes, oh, there's a nice spot in the mall that you could go to. And Chris is like the first one to be like, yo, I'm on with it. So I'm on with it. I'm like, yeah, sure. I was gonna get them done anyways, but I was gonna go to the hood and get fucked. We out. So we sitting there, bro. And I didn't know, bro, but Chris got some funny ass feet. Chris got some funny ass toes. And you
nah.
hear this shit, he's gonna be laughing. I hope Kamilin hears this shit too. Chris got
Pretty
some
sure they're
weird
not
ass toes.
seeing, but yeah.
Nah. Nothing could have prepared me for that situation, bro. Chris's toes caught me completely off guard, bro. And I've been to the beach with the nigga before. I just didn't notice. Obviously, I'm not looking at it. But yo, it's crazy toe game, bro. For real.
But that's what I'm trying to say, right? Like when it comes to insecurities,
Chris gonna hear this shit like, yo, bro, where y'all nigga came from with this shit? It's totally unrelated, but I just wanted to get that shit on record.
nah. When it comes to
I mean, he keep
insecurity,
telling his dad fool. That shit hilarious.
nah, I feel like Chris is the perfect example of the point that I'm trying to say. When it comes to insecurity, right? To what extent do you actually realize that even if you judge yourself in a lot of times as like, am I gonna be approved when I go outside? Like, is this,
Oh,
you
nah,
know,
but let's see. See, if I'm on insecurity, Chris is a young man that's very secure of himself.
but
Because
as,
let me tell you, this be the first nigga to take his shoes off and socks and go do anything.
yeah,
Knowing That he, you know what I mean?
But the fact that like,
Knowing that his shit gonna catch the niggas off guard when they like, oh shit, Chris.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, and to what point does insecurity get to you? Because if you think about it, like most of the things that happens to you is because you're thinking about it. So if I have a piece of ketchup right here, a lot of people will go the whole day like this because they don't want anybody to acknowledge that the piece of ketchup when
Oh, you mean like a stain, like a ketchup?
exactly, like, yeah, like when in reality it really doesn't matter if somebody notices or not. They're already dealing with the fact that they're trying to avoid for you to touch something else, like see something from them. So they're so busy doing the same thing as you that doesn't really matter if your teeth is crooked or you got weird feet. Like, it's gonna be a temporary like image of what you give them, and then they're gonna move on. Everybody's gonna move on. So if Chris right now goes to the store with his weird feet and people look at him like, oh my god, look at his feet, that shit is crazy. Like, to what extent would a human let that get into their heads to be like, I'm never gonna put my feet out because every time I go it will be either weird, or will you have the mentality as like, bro, it doesn't change the fact that my feet are weird. It's not gonna change the fact now or later I'm gonna flex my feet because I want my toes to have space, and I really don't care what other people think because they don't even look at themselves before they look at somebody else. And let's say somebody is perfect. Somebody have perfect teeth, always get a haircut, or they get a shape up, put makeups on whenever like they feel like they look too sleepy, like they're perfect. Isn't it exhausting trying to be perfect just to show other people that you got it all figured out? Like, isn't it exhausting that like your insecurity is getting the best of you?
Self love, and you're doing all this extra shit for yourself. And I'm not hating. I'm not a hater. Because I know me know that. You know what I mean? I get motivated. I'm not full of hatred. If you're that person and you going the extra mile every day, and you doing all this like self love shit, but in a fake way, like just for appearances, I mean, fuck it. If that makes you happy, by all means. But it just hit different when you do it just because you that. That's how you live your life. Like you really take care of yourself. You really do that. But even I don't know. It has to suck to do it for the wrong reasons. Like to do it for somebody else's liking. Like I don't know. It has to suck.
I mean, if you're doing it for something like, okay, I'm gonna take care of my face because it's just weird, or like, but if you're like how do I explain it? Like, I'm gonna dress better because having a girlfriend or having a boyfriend requires me for me not to wear pink, or like, I need to do it for somebody. It's so balanced, but to what extent do you have to do it because you feel insecure instead of that person understanding that you just wear clothes like that? Like, you're not that type of person that like are gonna dress like them just because they dress like that. Like, wasn't it? How do people realize they're bugging when it comes to their insecurities and they need to fix it? Because people will stop doing stuff because they have to please other people.
It starts like this. Name any insecurities that you have.
What?
You heard me. Name an insecurity that you have that you gotta face.
I
Why am I putting you on the spot? Because it says that change starts within, right? You just
yeah.
asked the question. You said, what is it gonna take for people to realize? Like, how far do people gotta go to realize that they're bugging before they let like an insecurity take over them? So, what is an insecurity that you have that you're fucking bugging about, and you gotta face it before that shit dead you.
I would say the insecurity that I have, it will be having too much OCD. Like,
And please, just don't be throwing words like that around me because I be getting tight.
like, just having like the urge that everything has to be in place because if my friend pulls up, like everything has to be clean, right? Like it's not that like I need to accept a little bit more as like it's okay for my sock if I left it there after I took my shoes off. If it doesn't need to be picked up at the moment, it's okay to leave it there at the moment. Like my logical reason is instead of me leaving it on the floor, why don't I just put it there? Because eventually I'm gonna have to put it there to begin with. Now, if I stop slacking off and I'm like, oh yeah, this sock only, but then I feel comfortable enough to be like, I put the controller here when it's not supposed to. And I do that with multiple stuff because I know that later on, I'm gonna be like, damn, there's a lot of stuff that I said it's okay to put it there, but now there's a whole mess, and now I'm stressing myself out because I could have just done it at the moment and avoid this cleaning process, like doing laundry, folding it. Like people be like, oh, I hate folding laundry. Like I'll put it there and whatever. But I see like your brain like looks at it, you're like, damn. Like that many second be like, damn, I have to do that shit. Like it's been there for 2 weeks, 2 days, 2 weeks, whatever, like a month. Like in my brain, I have to accept that at least 50% of the time that I'm like, yo, if I wash my face, I have to clean the water right away. It's like, it's okay. If I'm like in a rush or I'm just like, I know I'm gonna be home all day. Why not? Like, I just eat cereal and leave the fucking plate right here, like whatever. But I feel like I need to fix that. But it bothers me. It bothers me that like I need to do certain stuff because it's like doing it later or somebody seeing that I didn't do. It's like not that I'm lazy, but like wow, like the hamper's right here. Like it's not that serious. Like I've been going to other people's houses and I understand them, but I cannot understand it when it's me. Like people can have a mess and they're like, oh, I have a mess in my room, and I'm like, bro, that happens. Like it's okay. But then when I go to my room and I'm doing stuff, I'm like, nah, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do it. And when I have a mess most of the time that I consider a mess, my girl's like, yo, you bugging. Like it's not that serious. You don't have a mess. What you consider a mess, it's like not a mess. But for me, everything has to be, if I left the controller there, I expect it to be there because I always put it there. And when I come back, I don't want to say, why did I put the controller? Because I was being lazy. No, like, I don't know. Like, I have to accept the fact that not everything has to go, like, where it's supposed to go at the moment.
Well, my whole theory to that is like, you said it yourself. You said it earlier, and you were talking to yourself without even knowing it. And people tend to do that all the time. If we were to write down or deadass record or write everything we would say, we would read it throughout the day and be like, oh shit, it's funny, I said this and then I did this during the day. But what I see from that is you was talking about earlier was like trauma.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then
No,
you're gonna be like,
for a fact.
how is Jonathan relating me being super clean and neat
Oh,
to
yeah. My
trauma?
mom got me fucked up.
No, but
Now, I was talking to this yesterday to Christina, and
no bullshit, bro. Like it be like that, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, so what?
exactly. So what? Like,
That shouldn't make you insecure.
that's not gonna make me insecure, but there's certain things that like when I'm with her or somebody else, I'm like something happens and I'm like, oh, why is it not like, why you just clean, or why don't you just do this, or why are you throwing your shoes there when they belong in the closet? And it's like it's okay. And sometimes I be like, it is my way of doing things because of how I was like, I guess, taught as like clean, 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 whatever. And it traumatized me. But like, I feel like it's not a problem, but it is.
But still, that's a cool feature to have.
It's not.
It is. No, it is.
It's not
You just
because
gotta, you
I
just gotta,
cannot.
you just gotta
No,
tone it.
no, yeah, I gotta tone it down. But like, not finding people that usually do it like me, it gets me like annoying because it's like, damn, like why I can't just be laid off like that? Like why I can't just be lazy? Like I do fucking laundry and I could like sleep for like like just a couple of days and like not worry about that shit because I'm not gonna need that clothes right now. But in my brain, it's like, okay, fold it because when you're gonna need it, at least when is it gonna be and it's gonna be nicely put there. Like it's
Nah,
not
but
gonna
I ain't
be
gonna lie. You unpacking the same day you get back from a trip.
on God.
Now,
And I always unpack when I get to the destination. Like if I go to Florida right now, Miami, I'm gonna unpack my stuff and put it on certain cabinets because I want them to be there when I go for it. And I know what's dirty and what's clean.
was it you taught me that on a trip? I seen you do that, and I think Alex asked you. I don't, somebody asked you something, or you were just saying it yourself. I don't give a fuck, bro. Wherever I go, I make sure I have my
Yeah, and it's like I dislike
tried
it.
it. On that same trip, I tried it. I hung everything up in the closet like I would. You know?
You're covering the mic a little bit.
So
There you
I
go.
heard you. Did you get it where I said that I heard you? I heard you say it. Like I'm gonna do this, that, and then say trip.
You're covering the mic. I don't know if it's because of how you're holding it or but
No, I'm not. I'm not.
oh,
How about now?
now you sound better now. But yeah, I heard as much as you saying that you asked me or Ali asked and you was there and then you tried it the same vacation and
That
then
same
after that.
trip, I tried it, and it was cool. Every time I travel after that, I do it, and it feels cool. I like it.
It's not that it feels cool because I don't do it proud. Like, yeah, let me put this shit right here. 'Cause
No, not even.
like, I don't be like,
But think
right
about it.
here,
Everywhere we
and
go,
this shoes right
you
here,
get
right
your
here.
space. Like you get an Airbnb everywhere you go. Boom. Bien you have the you have it all. The bureaus, the
The
fucking
closets, yes. Like,
the
I need
closet,
to use it
there's
all.
so that's
I need
bro.
to feel like I'm home.
Correct. And like you're somewhere, you're fucking staying a whole week, or some motherfuckers you gotta go somewhere. You stay 2, 3 weeks or whatever. So what the fuck? You just gonna be living out the bag? Like I hear you, but at the same time, it's like
And it's not
you're gonna
even
be
that.
there.
Like I somebody sent me. Christina sent me a bag.
Remember when you was working in San Francisco?
What happened?
Remember when you lived and worked in San Francisco?
Oh no, Napa, yeah, Cali, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. Not San Francisco, Napa, California. So when you lived in Napa, my whole thing is, how were you not going to unpack your shit and put it in the thing? You know what I mean?
yeah. I
And you're
mean,
staying there for that long.
yeah. And it's like I just feel like it's just a me thing, and I like it because at the end of the day, like everything is how it's supposed to be throughout the entire day, week, month, and I don't know if I gotta chill, but I like the fact that I organize myself and I'm always like cleaning like within 2 weeks or so, to make sure everything is like not mess up. Like you always got that gaveta de que tiene como the cabinet that has like just a bunch of shit. You don't know what it is, but you don't want to deal with it. Nah, like I have to deal at least like with that with like 2 weeks. I have to like open my cabinets, make sure that everything that I have there is what I need. Um, there's nothing extra. Like I know exactly where I put my stuff or where things are at, and I just can't deal with the fact that like I don't know, it's just weird, but I can't see myself like having a whole just mess and like having to deal with that mess just because I didn't do it at the moment. Like I live by that shit in Spanish that is called el vago trabajo doble, or like
The lazy works twice.
yeah, or como
The
había
lazy works
otra.
twice.
No, that was another one that says something like no de para mañana lo que tú puedas hacer hoy. Like don't leave for tomorrow what you could do today, right? So I'm like, why would I not fold this shit right now just because my brain is like, oh, you're lazy? No, like I'm gonna just convince myself that I need to do it now. So tomorrow I could be lazy. But people tend to always think like that. They say, oh, so tomorrow, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. And they pile up so many shit to do at the same time that it takes them a day to clean. Literally, they're like, oh, I finally cleaned my room and all this, and it's like a whole day for your room only. Like,
Yeah, nah, they bugging.
wow, like that is wild. Like, wow. I mean, I'm not like again, I'm not judging nobody, but like in my brain, I do it now. So that time that I promised that tomorrow I was gonna do it, I could do either something else or do nothing at all because I don't want to fucking do nothing. Like, I don't know. But then again, I don't know if I'm doing it because I'm actually extra lazy that I don't want to do it tomorrow. But yeah.
Do you hear any extra like unnecessary shit in the background?
No, not really. Not at all.
Or
What, like the ambulance or something?
nah, I'm just messing with the mic, with the phone mic right now. No homo. It was the standard voice isolation on wide spectrums.
Like Discord?
Yep.
Oh, that's crazy.
I don't know what wide spectrum is.
I don't even know either. We should Google that shit.
Right.
Damn. But you know, I wanted to do the podcast with you guys, with you and Carvelin, about in general, like how things like different perspective. I feel like I struggle with that word every time. Of like, since we kind of have the same parents, we're actually siblings. How we ended up not?
Because we kind of have the same parents.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because I mean, there's people that
That
are
was a good
sibling.
one, bro.
Yeah, I mean, there's people that don't have the same parents or whatever. I mean,
But you
How
said we
d-
kinda.
yeah, I mean, you get the point. I mean, I just wanted
You
to,
and Dominique came out the same vagina, bro.
yo, I wanted to see like because we have different perspective when it comes to a lot of things, and some of us feel more than others. Like I feel like Carvelin is more like the emotional person than all of us, and I feel like you're the like the more logical one. Like you're like more reasonable. Like you've been through through some things that I haven't been through, of course, because you was born first, and the era that you was born was different than mine, and then the
Nah,
perspective
bro,
that
it's
you.
not because of that.
Uh,
It's just because that's my life and you have your life.
exactly, but
Not because no ever nothing. Because me and you, since you were born, me and you've been living the same years, the same eras for your whole life. So, however I approach it, that's just my life. However you approach it, that's just nigga how you see it.
no, yeah, but the whole point of me, you, and Carvelin is like, how does that affect you when it comes to having the same life? How do we ended up not being in a different matter of time, but how did your life is gonna affect you affect the way that you put yourself for the future and your kids, you know, like and stuff like that. Because the guy that on YouTube said like they were like, oh, how do you raise your kids? And he's like, well, I technically don't believe in raising kids because raising is like for sheeps and cows and whatever. Like you have to technically just give love and support to your kids until they discover their potential. Like you shouldn't teach them stuff and tell them conclusions And I feel like you do that, and I never saw it like that. Like you have never gave your Lenny, Shalene, etc. beliefs that I got as a kid. Like I never seen you tell them like you need to believe in God, or we need to go to church, or like no, you have to be like kind. You let them live, and when they come up to you like Papi, this and that, you be like, okay, since you come approach me, I will tell you like path to take, and then you decide based on how you feel about those topics because they came up to you based on your experience, like how they supposed to develop their own brain. Like you give them information, but you don't tell them this is what it is. You tell them based on what I know, this, and that. And I remember a lot of times you used to tell your Lenny, I don't know that, but I'm gonna make sure when I do, I'll let you know. And you will like do your research and come back to her and be like, you remember when you asked me this and that? Yes, it's because of this, and that. How do you feel about that? You will ask a kid, how will you feel about that? And the kid will be, I'll feel like this. And you'll be like, okay, it's okay to feel like that. But this is not like there's different ways that why, like shit happens. And she will determine how she feels. Not like you should feel like this because whatever. Like,
Because I need that to be organic. I want it to be, because remember, and I'll keep saying that, you could tell somebody something, but it's gonna filter through their, you know, like you said, their life, like the shit they seen, how they approach things, their experiences. They're gonna filter it through that, and then come out with their own conclusions. The best thing I could do is make sure that if you're growing up around me and you're learning things from me, I want you to learn that. I want you to learn, bro, that you just gotta make shit happen, bro. For example, I was just trying to be funny, but honestly speaking, if you're gonna grow up around me, I want you to be like a decent human being, bro. I need you to be like I need you to be a decent human being. To just be like, you know what, bro? Nah, that's not that. I need you to be smart, to never let anything overpower your emotions to the point where you go blind. We're all entitled to lose our shit because that's how you reset or like whatever the fuck you go through. But I need you to be, I need you to have common sense. That's what I'm saying.
it's
I
not
am
so
raising,
common no
I'm
more.
raising, I'm raising my daughters. What you said?
It's not so common no more. Remember, that shit is rare sense. I
Yeah.
demoted that shit on my planet.
So what I'm saying is, I told you, and I told you in front of them, and I told them, I'm raising my daughters to have common sense, to be women with common sense. Not they get extra sense trying to they can please everybody and anybody. No, 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 no.
For
Common
themselves.
fucking sense. Like, espérate.
Like,
Where
hold
am I
on,
right
hold
now?
on.
Wait.
Something is not
Wait.
right.
Where? Where am I right now? Okay, I'm okay. What just happened? How many man? No. Or okay, no. Yeah, this is what I want to and go. That's that's all I'm giving them. I'm not trying to tell them they can listen. This is Jolene approached me about religion and about God. I never said yes and I never said no. I heard what she said about it and I continued the conversation at her pace. I didn't demote it and be like, "Yo, fuck was you talking about in my house?" Or,
Yo,
or, I
that is
wasn't on
something that I wouldn't know how to
or,
approach it with a kid because
or
I
I
would be like,
wasn't no, or better yet, I wasn't on no like, oh yeah, what you know about that? I'm gonna teach you about the Bible because I can't educate your Lenny on something that I'm not educated in myself. That's why when it comes to those moments where she puts me in the spot where something that I hate giving her false information. And I know I'm saying her because I'm specifically using my oldest an example. In a moment, y'all understand why I'm not saying the rest of my kids. Okay, so I'm gonna continue. It is. I can't when she puts me in the spot where I know I'm uneducated on what she's trying to inquire about, I tell her, you know what? We're in the same spot, me and you. I know this much and this much about it, but I would have to confirm. And then I actually double back, like you said, and I'll catch her. Like, it don't matter. It could be the same day, the next day, but I'll come back and be like, yo, the other day we were talking about, yeah, yeah. And I'll tell her, this is what I found out. This is what I know. But this is the information, but this is how I feel about that shit. Oh, her mother will chip in a lot, almost every time. It's not, well, I feel like da 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 da. And she sees that whatever her mother opinion, whatever her mother's opinion is, I don't have to like super respect it, but I'll live with it, and I'm smooth and cool about that shit. And she's the same way, right?
Yeah.
What is that? That's common sense. I just showed you. I have an opinion. She has an opinion. It's not the same as mine, but I don't give a fuck because we could coexist because that's her opinion. I'm not even tripping, but I'm gonna be loud about my opinion. I'm gonna stand behind my opinion, and I know what the fuck I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
And that's just common sense. Don't be out here talking, repeating stuff that you heard that you don't understand about. Be making a fool of yourself.
Basically,
Just
chime.
yeah, no,
Literally, you don't
and
understand
no,
it, but you spreading it.
but that goes into different aspects. Like you'll work, you have coworkers doing that. You'll go through life, you'll have friends doing that. Like seriously, you have to, that happens at different levels of your life. So I'm just showing her from the get goes, and the same way I do to her siblings. And what do you asked me? It was a long question, but in some part, it was a lot of parts question in one. In one of the questions you asked me, you know, my life as I chose, like, where do I see myself? Like, where do I see myself to set up myself in the future or something like that? You said.
I mean, no, the thing is that that is the type of topics that I want to do with you and Carvelin. Like, I've been
Yeah, but
having like a
I
questions.
was actually gonna answer it, but I just want to make sure that I got it right before because I want to be, I like being specific about what I'm saying because I
Oh,
may
yeah,
never
yeah,
get it.
yeah. But you know that is the type of stuff that I want to have you and Carvelin like answer it. You know, because if you guys have a question for me, I'm gonna answer it. But I want to be able to share
Honestly,
what.
I know people that want me to have answers. I know people that want to ask you shit, and it gets them tight because they know that I'm in a position in your life, whether like they measure out of respect or out of access, right, to
Uh-huh.
you, to actually get a reaction of you if I ask you certain questions. So me tiran puya, they throw shit at me, and all I tell them is, well, if you really want to know, you can ask him. And they get shook, like they'll just throw it, like they want me to ask you.
What, like in the podcast or just in general?
In general,
And that goes with the fact that people are not being true with themselves. Like you got nothing to lose to just going to somebody and asking for the truth. Like, I mean, we're not gonna put those people on blast because I don't know who the fuck is asking you to, but it's just I'm here. Like I don't understand why I'm not giving people the feeling of being approachable, I guess, but I don't know what to say when it comes to that. But again, I want to be able to answer those. I ask you guys that questions because we're clearly in three different paths. and we clearly have different goals, and but we still connected as like brothers and sisters, right? And as a brother and a sister, and
Correct.
I just want. It's not that I want.
Yo, a little bit off topic. Where's your phone?
My phone's right here.
What kind of? Let me see that cover. What color is your phone?
Black,
Black.
like matte.
Oh yeah.
Well, you saw the picture on Instagram.
Nah.
Oh,
I was
but
just genuinely curious.
yeah. So I wanted to just like, not that I want the idea of Carmelin being the right way to be a mother, even though I do like how she's being a mother now, or you being the perfect father. But I like the fact that me growing up and seeing tios and tias and you know, like papi and mommy and mama, like being parenting. I feel like I love the fact, the ways that you guys approach things as a father and a mom, because like if it would have been nice to have you and Marlene and then Chris and Carmelin and having a whole episode, it would have been
Yo,
fire.
Eileen is a like. I always like, you always have that feeling. You can, as a man, I'm not gonna lie, as a man, and I know women can do the same thing. Who's a good mother just by who would be a good mother before they're a mother. I mean, it's hard to tell because some people sorprenden. Hay gente que sorprenden, pero por ejemplo, yo siempre pensé, el día que Carmelín quiera tener hijos, that's gonna be the luckiest kid in the world, bro.
I mean, yeah.
That's
I mean, you could you
bro.
could you could know
And I
who's gonna
wasn't
be.
wrong. I wasn't wrong, nigga. I called that shit out and I wasn't wrong. My son, bro, like, bro, shout out, Dios me lo bendiga. Shout out Mason. Shout out Money Mace.
But again, it's not that I'm implying that Carmelin or you are the perfect parenting, but I love the fact that how you guys treat your kids, and I want to see like your point of view of being something, and maybe because there's some things that we don't talk out loud. There's stuff that you're not just gonna tell somebody just because you're a father, like, yo, how to be a father. Like, no, but it's a
Oh,
good
hell no,
thing.
you don't tell nobody how to be a
It's
father.
exactly, but we don't tell anybody how to be anything. Like, when is the right age to have a kid? There's no such thing as preparing for a kid or having the right age or being the greatest father, being the greatest mother. But like in general, how do your life ended up being like you, and then how you implying that to your kid, or how you will in Caroline's case, because Caroline's kid is still there, and then your kids are just getting to teenagers, so you have a lot of decisions to take as a human and as a father. So there's two different things, and I want people to hear it because I feel like there's stuff that we just don't ask and we don't know it because we think it's common sense, but it's not. Because when are you being prepared to be a father? When are you prepared to be a mom? When are you prepared to be a husband, a wife, or just you in that situation? Like, because even though you're a father, you're a human being trying to live your own life to then, other humans and shit. But nobody talks
Yo,
about it. Like,
I think
nobody.
it's just that people wanna label it so hard, but I could break it down to you, bro, to a point where might be easier. Look, I can break it down to you like this.
So let's break it down like this, ¿verdad?
Break it down like this.
Breaking news. We about to talk about shit that people don't talk about, and you already know the motherfucking vibe.
Alright. For example, if you're the type of person that wants to live all
Yeah.
alone with a cat and a dog for the rest of your life and have random partners, that's fine, right?
Yeah.
What do they call that? A lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
being a parent is a lifestyle. For example, me and Marlene didn't sign up in life to be a couple that just travels and does all this extra shit to do it. We decided to live a certain life that a lot of people want to understand, but we're private about it and we fucking have fun and everybody sees it and they're like, what the bro? It's just, listen, it's a lifestyle. The lifestyle we chose, we said we're going to have these motherfucking kids. We're going to work hard. And that's all we're going to do. We chose to do this together. Like, it wasn't like, in, in my situation, la gloria de Dios. Like, for example, I wasn't a parent by mistake. You understand?
Yeah.
My kids, like, you know what I mean? Like, them shits, of course, some kids pop up on surprisingly. You're like, oh, wow, we wasn't, but congratulations. You know what I mean? All right, cool. But in my situation, it wasn't no forced, like, oh, like drama situation. It was all like, me and you spoke about this. Yeah, yeah, that's what we're going to do. And yeah, that's why you don't hear me complaining about. It's always more like the jokingly, me being honest, telling people what it is through my little jokes and little moments, you know? And just, yeah. But it's basically it. It's a lifestyle. People choose to live with birds, or some people collect sneakers and live with their, some people live with their moms and barely make it out the crib.
No, because
You
it's
know what I
not.
mean?
It's not about when you
It's
choose to
not
be a
that
parent.
serious. It's a lifestyle. It's something that being a parent is a lifestyle. For example, Chris and Kabali lived a lifestyle where they were together as a great couple. They did great shit, accomplished things, and then now they decided to join
Yeah.
a lifestyle of being a parent, and that's it, bro. You sign up, and it, it's nothing you can explain. There's nothing you can really explain. You have to live it to really understand it, bro. Like, it's as much as I can sit here and tell y'all,
I
it's
mean,
nothing. It's something that you live.
it
It's
is
a
good.
live shootout. It's a live shootout.
No, because it is good the way that you explain it. I never saw it like that as a lifestyle, as like something that you basically decide
Oh,
how to.
bro, that's basically what it is, brother. They just want to call it. Oh, you guys are married. Oh, this guy has a family, but you're a single male. But bro, this is a lifestyle, bro. This is what I chose to do. I had kids. I found this woman that I was like, oh, okay, I could see you doing this, and she was like, I trust you, and we did this, and bro, we don't be complaining about nothing. And you, Carlito, firsthand, I don't gotta.
No, because like the parents that I know, how do I say it? They don't complain about being parents. It's just there's certain people that want to be parents, but I feel that they don't know where to begin. You get it? It's like they want to be extra ready, but like ready for what? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Eso es lo que tienen que, oye, eso es la vaina de un momento. Eso con un gomi o con una juca, un vinito y uno
what?
hablando diciendo la vaina que tiene que decir, you saying the right shit to the ear. So, sí, what? Prende. That's
Yeah.
how it
No, I
goes, bro.
mean, you know,
Just,
I just wanted to people that already got like kids or people that are planning to have kids, just hear this, like the point of view of somebody that already have parents, point of view that somebody that doesn't have, like somebody that just got kids that are in. Just tell them that it's not that serious. Like if you're gonna start. If you don't start, it's okay. Like it's like you said, it's a lifestyle. As a matter of fact, it's a
like I said,
decision
what the
because
fuck you mean, nigga? It's not that serious. That ass is not that serious.
I mean it's
You
not that
decide
serious.
to, you
But yeah,
decide to go with, no, bro, listen, you decide to go with it and you know what you gotta do. And if you're up for it, and you're gonna find out if you're not. Once you see that creature, you go through all that bullshit. Once you see that baby, you'll know exactly what you gotta do. It ain't no, it ain't no double guessing.
And
You know
you know,
exactly what you're gonna do.
it's
And
not that
it, and
I'm
it, and it doesn't mean and when I say you know exactly what you gotta do, it doesn't mean you're gonna go and be the perfect father. It could be like, oh nah, I'm out of here. If that's your case, for example,
bueno.
you when you see the baby, you know exactly you either gonna be like, all right,
Es
let's
que
do this, or
espérate.
you're gonna be like, hell no, let's do this. I'm out of here. You pick and choose.
You pick and choose. But you know, is otra vaina that it's like I don't want to compare kids with a fucking car, but you know, like getting a car is technically like a once you see the car and you sign those papers, that's your responsibility. Like it's just nothing. It's not like I mean you could go ahead and throw the fucking car off the cliff and just pay it to you play you know pay it. But a kid is certain like a big decision that you just have to learn how to adapt to it, like take care of it, like. But
I said, bro, it's a lifestyle. Everybody chooses a lifestyle. Cut it out. Everybody got it. You know what I mean? It's not that. It's really not that. Nosotros somos una hormiguita, bro.
nosotros no somos
We
humanos que no servimos,
we
loco.
ants, bro. We ants, bro. Shit is bigger than that, bro. And don't say it's a lifestyle. You choose it. You play it how you see it fit, and everything comes natural. And it's cool, bro. It's just you know what I mean. Don't be complaining.
And we go back to the complaining area. We don't want to hear that. No kizzy.
Shit. If you don't got shit to do and you feel like you're about to start complaining, put throw this on, hear this podcast. We'll be here. What's up? What you want to talk about? If you're there right now, you happen to tune in, or we don't got nobody, who cares? We're gonna keep talking. But let's say you tuned in. What's up? Welcome. We've been talking gibberish. Now, you know what I mean? Send a message or whatever. What do you want us to ask a question? Or if not, me and our lovely host right here, Carlos, we just gonna keep chopping it up for as long as we can. What's going on, G?
Yes. I don't even know
For
what to
those who
talk
don't
about.
know, whether you're tuning in or whatever, me and Carlo are brothers.
Oh,
Not just
facts.
bros, like we grew up together, like, oh, that's my little bro. Nah, like we're brothers for real, like
Like
legit.
this is real blood shit.
Yeah, not like real, like from the same like nutsack type shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So fire.
Yo, bro, how you been though? At the end of the day, like, it's always gonna be night.
Nah, I've been alright. I feel like I've been learning about certain things that it's not that I don't want to talk about it, but I feel like not a lot of people want that information because it's not the same thing me telling you how to skateboard than you want to skateboard and coming up to me telling me, yo, how the fuck you skateboard, bro? Like, do you know? I want to learn. Like, it's a big difference of just filling up somebody with information than they want them to receive it. At the end of the day, people, it's an eye, but people would tell you, oh, I didn't, like, you will go to the moon and back, and people will be like, oh, I didn't ask you for that. But, you know, um, yeah, but just, just, just vibes,
But yo, shit be getting crazy, bro. Like,
Yeah,
sheesh.
no kizzy, no kizzy.
How's work though? How's work?
Work is being work, that's what they pay me for, even if I don't like it or not, I get the money. But it's just funny how a lot of stuff that we're talking about, like, suits the material of the work. Like, the complaining, the lifestyle, the fact that you choose a lifestyle and still complaining, like both at the same time.
Stop.
Huh?
I'm just saying, stop playing.
Yeah, just people being people, bro. It just people thinking that they have more to do for life, and they do nothing, and they don't do anything about it. Like they complain, and you ask them, "What are you doing something about it?" And then they look at you like they don't know, but like
Yeah.
yeah, you finally be straight up to them y te salen una vaina like, oh, but like you say like it's that easy, like yes it is. I mean, you already know the fucking answer. Why don't you just fucking do something about
Yeah.
it? Like you're here because you want to be. Like I don't know. There's some people that I respect. You know,
You
I
want to
don't.
know a subject I want to talk on? I want to
What?
talk about a good subject that is gonna be is gonna it gets thrown around, so some people might take it lightly, but at the end of the day, you gotta respect it. It's called burning bridges. You can't be burning bridges and all that. Que, oh, I'll burn a bridge if I know how to swim. Shit, I don't give a fuck. You can know how to swim. You're gonna need that bridge, bro. Don't burn bridges. You feel me?
I mean, I mean,
Don't
that
burn
ain't.
bridges. Don't burn bridges. If remember, it's only a bridge if it's something worth having. If it's not something worth having, there's not even a bridge there. That's just a place. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
if it was a bridge built off of like whatever, that relate, don't burn that bridge. If you fucking it up, whenever you can make it right, come back and make it right. Because if it was real, no matter if you hurting it, come back and make it right. But if you can do something immediately and not burn that bridge in the first place, don't burn that bridge. Do you hear every? You got everything else, huh?
No, yeah, I did. I was just processing. You know, like I'm not
Yeah,
gonna go over
good.
here and tell you, oh my god, that's a fact, and you know, like I.
Because I'm like, because I want to make sure, because it be cutting out crazy, and I be
Oh
thinking,
no,
let me
yeah,
be
yeah,
sure.
no. I just went like mentally, I got like deep on what you said about like not cutting bridges. Um, I know a lot of people don't give a fuck, and I know they tend to just disappear. Like, oh fuck, that's not gonna. I'm not gonna give a fuck about this job or this shit. I'm not coming back. But it's not about being at the moment. Like, you know, you're not gonna care about right now, but later on, it's not that you coming back to this job, but you maybe might need that person that runs that place to back you up, or part of information like you made somebody look bad at the job because you stopped showing up, and now you need a favor because you knew that person used to sell nails. Now you're not going to get that bridge because it's not about the job, it's about connections, and it's all it matters is having the connection. So even if you don't fuck with somebody, don't burn the bridge because I don't like you. Like I'm not gonna see you for the rest of my life. No, it is a good thing to have connections, even if it's a usual thing. Like I see your stories, you see my story, cool. But whenever I need you, you need me. At least we're not like disliking each other. Like no, whatever. Because connections are important. And you might not
Right.
know exactly when you need it, but when you do need it, you remember that one person that might be like, yo, I remember this guy. He might help you because you never burned the
Well, I'm
bridge.
saying it's just always, knowing people, always whatever. It's not like that people, you know what I mean? It's not like you gotta know everybody or you gotta be the man. It's just whoever you know, whoever you get the pleasure of meeting or whatever, or you're around. For them to have a fond memory of you, whatever you want them to. You know what I mean? Like, don't be that guy that everybody agrees, like whoever you know that know each other agree, like, bro, this nigga, you can't fuck with him, bro. We can't. I mean, you can't do nothing with this. And I mean, you don't want to be him.
Yeah.
You want to be who? Yeah, I know him. Yeah, yeah, cool cat. Yeah, and that's it.
Well, let's talk about memes.
Which one, bro?
Bro, no, just the power of memes. Like,
The
can you
power of me
believe
is
shit makes
ridiculous.
you like shit makes you laugh, but like it teaches you too. Like if something is funny and you're reading through the comments, you're like, I don't get this. You're literally gonna go your way to make research just to try to find that funny. Oh, how would this be funny? Like it makes you curious and it's fine, but I wonder.
Yeah, but my whole thing about memes, it's not much about memes anymore. It's more about like this
This
these
feeling that
like
you could relate to someone who randomly did
no
that
no
shit.
no Carlito, no. It's these like shits like for example, they got like I wish I could share my screen or like
You
send you
could
something so
actually.
you could no hold on like send you something that that you could put so you could know what I'm talking about and we could laugh about this shit. Cause right here, okay. Look, hold on. Carlito. I don't know. Were you able to hear that just now?
No.
Okay. Like I sent you something on an app.
Where do you send it to me?
Instagram.
Oh, Instagram. Diatre. I think I could do
Just
this.
play it on your phone. Just play it on your phone. And then you can see what I'm talking about. It's just like that kind of comedy now. Like that's what I'm like. It's just hilarious to me, like the way they lay it out, like the way it's being done, like presented, just like that. Like it's memes started
Ah, bro,
all this
we
shit.
got wild technology over here. Look at this.
No bullshit.
Yeah, bro, I forgot that it was connected to my speaker, and that just scared the shit out of me. But it's weird because you wasn't connected to my speaker. Anyways, are you seeing what I'm seeing or no?
Hell yeah.
So this is the thing. This is the vibe. Dude, if Earth. Wait, dude, if
Nah,
Earth is the
just play,
what?
just play it and then you read it. Just play it and you read.
Okay, let me go.
Earth is the third planet from the sun. Doesn't that mean that every country is a third world country? Light bulbs were such a good idea. They became the symbol for a good idea.
Bro, that shit fucked me up. Yo, motherfuckers, the light bulb was such a good idea. It became the symbol of a good idea. Nah,
Stop it.
yo. It's like people creating the word
But
word.
do you understand that? Look what we're looking at.
Yeah, no, that's what people do. I've seen a lot of videos that people are playing like Minecraft. Yeah, people would just like playing Minecraft and saying jokes or fun facts, and I just
or dark like dark comedy. Oh,
bro. Nah, and it's funny because you get distracted by what you're looking at. Like they just playing video games. They literally just filming video games and putting what they feel like fun fact. People would just like it's really fun. It's like the word. It's like the word, but we use it to describe every other single word. Like that shit is funny. Like I saw a meme the other day that said, "Dike, when you're getting drunk, Dike, when you drink, the beer is getting drunk too, and they get a wife from the guy starts to get panic." Because get it? It's getting drunk, like the drink is. That shit is so funny because you're like it hits you. You're like, what the fuck?
You gotta see to understand it.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah.
He's having a mental breakdown because of you! Bro, lawyers hope you get sued. Doctors hope you get sick. Cops hope you're a criminal. Mechanics hope you have car trouble. But only a thief wishes you prosperity.
Yo, that's a fact.
Dude.
He wish he has it all just for him to steal.
Earth is the third planet from the sun. Doesn't that mean
Nah, this shit is funny. No funny shit. If reposting was an Olympic game, this page will bring the goal. El Diablo. Spitting, no vomiting facts.
Crazy, but it's just funny. Like the videos and the shit they be talking about. I'll be on there and I be dying with this shit. Like I be laughing on it.
Yo, this is funny because it makes sense when it comes to a lot of stuff. But stuff like that is what makes me feel like damn, how much attention you need to get to actually like start getting paid on certain things, and like how simple can you just be, you know, like you don't even have to go that hard to just. But shit like that is so funny. It's a kind
Bro,
of
you gotta understand. Watch.
Well, you're gonna send another one?
Yes. So you can understand the type of what makes me giggle, like what makes me laugh now. What days are seriously like ha ha ha.
They can. You sent me another one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did. Let me see. Okay, let me just stream it again. Let's see. You here? I mean, you kind of know the whole shit, but you don't. You hate that one. Wait, what?
Because that's what he's talking. Those are just subtitles.
Oh, he's like, yo, don't you hate that friend? Yeah.
That one friend that brings zodiac signs into everything.
Bro.
No bullshit,
Yes,
right?
bro, they'd be so annoying.
Facts. Like the other day, I asked my buddy James if he wanted to go to the mall, and he was like, "Nah, bro, I have cancer." Oh,
Too soon.
Nah. I'm not gonna lie, that shit threw me off. I did not expect that at all. Like I thought it was gonna be like I can be going out with Taurus or some shit. Like I can be going out. Niggas say I have cancer. Diablo.
Bro, your man's really telling you you finna die.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta hold it. He got me. He got me.
Nah,
Yo, I'll make sure I don't have friends like that. Yo.
nah, that was funny.
I mean, it took me 5 seconds to realize why, man. Damn, bro. At least it didn't take you 3 days. This isn't content. What? He just hating people, bro. My smile dropped so quickly, bro. Yo, I was like that too. I was like, bro, what?
Well, somebody said that to you?
No. I'm reading the comics, and sometimes the comics make those shit funnier, bro.
Yo, no bullshit.
Shit is not funny.
Be the joke within the joke, bro.
Bro.
Sometimes a meme is not that funny, but I imagine in the comments,
Bro. Yo, sometimes people try to be funny and the video makes no sense. Like somebody dancing in the comments makes the video. Like this is people on TikTok that they do it for the reaction. Like they're doing it to get cut out, you know, their ass cut and stuff. Like people cooking some shit with eggs and putting the color flavored in burning and being like, como que that's okay to eat because they know they're gonna get a lot of views. People gonna send it like, oh, this girl is tripping. Like, look at what she's cooking because that's the whole point. Like they smart enough to act dumb to get views. Like those people I respect. But the comments, oh my god, bro, they be wilding like.
That's where the videos are really at, because you clip that, boom, boom.
Yeah, people be like the reaction, people reacting to those videos is kind of silly. But like there was this Dominican guy that I got sent his video, and he was reacting like una gringa, like a white chick, like cooking something, but she was purposely doing it. Like he says it on the video. He's like, "Yo,
I see that." But he says it's all for comedy.
Yeah, he's like, bro, why are you getting mad at me when she literally doing this for comedy? I'm just following the flow. And then he starts. But his comments are fucking funny because I guess he like judged another video of hers, and in that one he was like, when she was putting the que socio aquí con 9 libras de sal otra vez, yo, like the way that they just react to shit, it's funny. Bro, that shit is funny though. Like his reaction, because you see that shit, like you see that shit, you know, but. No, but you see the shit and you're like, okay, this is fake. Like, there's no way somebody can eat this.
Yo, bro, I'll die slow. I have to say something. Me. I see that, and I have to. Yo lo estaba viendo. I saw the video you're talking about. And when she put that yuca in that boiling water, con la caca, la manín. Cuando ella esa yuca, con tica, cara se mira.
I didn't see that video. I saw the one that she was doing.
No, manito.
So
but later I found out through him because he said it. She does those videos on purpose, I believe. Like,
bro, but that's the thing.
100% on that, but she does it on purpose just for that.
Of course, bro.
Yeah, bro. Pero te digo la verdad, bro. She grinds my gears. Cuando esa mujer está yuca así, con esa caca la manito, mira, se me subió la presión.
Yo, I was thinking about doing that shit on TikTok because let's be honest, people are smart enough. People are smart enough to literally plan something that looks stupid because most of the audience are either kids, people that don't got time to judge, like to realize that it's fake, or like just watching. Like kids are gonna be like, "Oh my god, look at this dumb person," and he's gonna keep letting it replay and show it to their friends.
People like you got people like aunties and grandmothers that are seeing this video like,
yeah, but what do you think they do? Judging it and sending it to their friends, and their friends do the same thing, rewatching like, mira, esto no puede ser Dios. Literally giving the whole purpose of TikTok, which is replaying the same video all over again for it to get paid. It is a mastermind plan. Like the plan in general, like people that act like that, I respect them. It's like, yo, the fact that you can act dumb and come up with something that humans do not realize that you're planning it, and they're not gonna know you. You probably in the same Starbucks as them, and you don't realize they're right next to you because you're on your phone. That's the goal of social media, to have you on the phone that they can live right next to you. And you don't even know, but yo, he's dead ass making me famous right now. And this is funny because I just got his attention to his phone longer. And I'm over here living my life while he is paying me. Like, he is the purpose. While I'm like, bro, people are fucking geniuses, bro. People are fucking geniuses. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna just start reacting to random shit and just post videos.
Everybody can play this game, bro.
Huh?
And everybody can play this game if you're up for it.
For free. This is free technology and free shit that you already have it on your phone, iPad Touch, whatever the fuck. It is a free shit you could download and do. And people feed on into it. Like,
bro, Jack my words, bro. Where we at? Time from now. I'm gonna say this on recording. Bro, it won't fucking matter.
It won't fucking matter. Yo, that motherfucker was... Bro, to this day, people still don't believe me that he used to smoke at least, the least, 2 packs of cigarettes a day.
That's normal. I work with the
bro, people do not believe when I say.
Oh yeah, Jose, the mechanic, he used to smoke 2 packs. You know Jose.
Yeah. Bro,
Jose, yo le digo a esta gente. 2 packs. 2 packs, and when he's like on a Saturday, he'll go through 3.5 packs by 11 p.m.
But no. This is even worse. I do remember, I used to work in construction, and I am so glad that Edwin used to work with me because he is a living proof right now because I don't have anybody contact from people that I used to be there. Edwin and me used to be like, how the fuck? Like, we used to be there at like 5 o'clock or 6, and he used to get there at 9 or 10 because he's the fucking boss. So he doesn't have to be there for work. He just go report and that's it. We one day didn't have anything to do and we started getting like slowly cool with the guy. And one day we literally had nothing to do. And this motherfucker sat down and we started asking him mad questions. And we're like, yo, one of us, I think it was Ralph, because he used to get, Ralph, where's my fucking, like, he just gets mad for no reason. And Ralph, yo, that's why you always pack cigarettes and that's why you don't have a fucking voice. He's like, it won't change me. And somebody asked him, like, yo, how much do you smoke? And he smokes a whole pack. Jonathan, oh my God. A whole pack before getting to work. Meaning, if he wakes up at 5 to 10, he smokes a whole pack. And if he wake up at 8, in 2 hours, he smokes a pack. Like, he smokes a pack, and I never seen him without a cigarette.
So that
on his mouth.
That throughout his day, he only doesn't smoke for 4 hours. but he cuts it into parts. He won't smoke for 30 minutes and he'll keep smoking. Now he'll catch a good smoke, won't smoke for like 40 minutes. So those 2 hours, it's crazy, yo.
Bro, he smoked more cigarette than actually breathing natural air. He will eat while having a cigarette.
The only time he's not smoking is, remember, throughout the day, he's smoking for 12. He's smoking for 10 hours out of his day, and then he's not smoking for 2 hours. You get it? So that's 12 hours. Then he gets home. He goes to sleep, for example, 9 hours. That's 9 hours that he's like just breathing. That he's not like putting a cigarette into his lungs. He's just like straight breathing air. Once he wake up,
it's a cigarette.
Yep, cigarette. When they smoke a pack like that, 2 packs a day, eso es que prenden uno con el otro.
Bro, yes. He will never not have a cigarette. Ever. Like, exactly. I'm like, yo, people don't believe it. Like, no, that's crazy. Whatever. I'm like, bro, when I tell you I cannot believe it, like, I seen him and I never, like, if I could draw this guy, it has to be with a cigarette on his hand because it doesn't come off. It's like you having one of these forever. Like, you be like, yo, he never takes it off. I never seen that motherfucker without a cigarette on his lips, on his finger to like eat. Because she will eat, drink water, and then put the cigarette. And I'm like, eat, motherfucker. Like, god damn.
I'm telling you, the mechanic I used to work with and my boss, the guy that owned the shop, bro, he could smoke all day. I don't to back, but he'll smoke he'll smoke all day. Fuck what you heard, bro.
I don't understand how the fuck he did that. Like, I'm pretty sure he's that. And listen, if that motherfucker is alive, that motherfucker could go through anything. COVID, cancer, everything. Because if he's still alive to this day, bro, he definitely knows something we don't know. Because that was a long time ago. That was before I started working at American Eagle, bro.
Oh, no, who you talking about?
Like the guy that get off with the cigarettes.
Oh, yeah.
If he's still alive to this day, or if he live another 5 years after that, after I left that company, that motherfucker knows something about life we did not know. On God. Or that shit was like fake ass cigarette, and he said that he started since a little kid. Like, he was like one of those mafia motherfuckers and shit. And I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's different. For a fact.
Cigarettes or cigars, bro?
Cigarettes, like cigarrillo.
The menthol ones or the regular shits?
Bro, I have no idea.
You had to look like the pack was red or green.
I don't know. Now that I remember, I don't remember that much of a detail of the pack. Like, what color was it? But the fact that you just, wow, like more than regular air, it's just fucking crazy, bro.
That's a fact.
That is crazy. But, yeah. 2 hours basically doing this. I thank you for showing up. Feel like I needed to get the push back to get back into podcast so then I could start writing more and getting into that vibe, because that week I got sick. I thought I was gonna fucking and then I got busy with other stuff. But
well, let's say goodbye to the podcast so we get off live. And
thanks for those watching. I'm pretty sure it's like,
thank you for the viewers of you, and thank you, Carlito, for inviting me again.
No, Kizzy, we definitely do this shit sooner and probably promote it somehow, but
yeah.
Yes.
Yo,
Nah. I noticed that subscribe, like, comment, all this stuff, YouTube and Twitch. Yeah, because it's not like, I'm pretty sure that the people that are actually watching are people that are already subscribed and know me, like probably Wilbur, D-Long, Josh, but they probably have it in the background. They're not even listening. And if they are, that's
I
tough.
don't care. Whatever they want to have you in the background, they want to listen. They want to just the fact that they went out of their way to play it
Yeah.
somehow.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But, you know, love you guys. No, Kizzy, talk to you in the other Discord once I throw this out. And yeah, we in there.